Cybertruck is out. It is everywhere, and it is a catastrophe. It is the worst thing that's ever happened, or the best, or the coolest, or the dumbest. We're gonna have some chats about that. We've got Jim Spencer, Iowa Tesla guy, right here, live in the studio, and by studio I mean this world. It's a very large, very green screen. Who knows? I could be CGI. I'm not accused of that as often. People have realized that deep fakes and simulated people don't look this good.
Yeah, simulation just can't replicate you yet.
Not yet. It's working on it. Yeah, I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Ozza. I wonder if Justin is going to interfere with our video again. He did that to me and Josh yesterday, and it was wonderful, and we loved it. Cybertruck is it? Let's talk about it. There's some problems. You tell me, are these real or not? The hitch, so weak, it's going to break off.
Okay. Cybertruck has a payload capacity of, I believe, 14,000 pounds. Towing capacity, sorry. Payload's like 3,500. So towing capacity, 14,000 pounds. You've seen videos on the internet where they've ripped the back off of these things. Some of them unintentionally and a couple of them intentionally. And they say, oh my God, it's breaking before the 14,000 towing capacity. But they're putting direct tongue weight down.
Right.
And there's been a lot of things. Even Bearded Tesla, I think, went out and drew on a Cybertruck and said, look, we're okay here. You know, usually if you have your truck set up properly, your towing set up properly, you're only got about 10% of that load on the hitch itself. The rest is your pole, and the rest is being supported by the trailer itself. So personally, I don't think there's a problem.
The first thing that Justin did with his Cybertruck was tow it home from Salt Lake to Florida with a Cybertruck.
Right.
Over the Rocky Mountains,
Yeah.
over broken winter roads, over mixed terrain and potholes. I don't remember, was it 7 or 8 entire frames that he broke? Was it 0 or was it?
I think it was 0.
It was 0, that's correct. I remember it now. Now we can debate that is not necessarily, that there are other issues that come up with charging, with long haul towing charging.
Yeah. Well,
so he stopped, I want to say 19 times.
it's a lot.
So it is the range. It has the smallest battery of any of the trucks.
Okay.
It is
Right.
a much smaller battery than a Ford Lightning.
Right.
It is half the battery almost of a Silverado
Right.
or a Hummer if that's a truck. I think it's just a monstrosity. It's got a smaller, I mean, for a truck, it's a very small battery. Is the range an issue?
I would say for the vast majority of people, no. The range is not going to be an issue because the vast majority of people aren't going to be using a truck, a Cybertruck, as a work truck, as a towing truck. And that's not a ding against Cybertrucks. The vast majority of pickup truck owners in general never see anything other than smooth payment back and forth to work as a commuter car.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the narrative that Tesla says, we have 120, 4 kilowatt hour battery in these things, which is quite a bit, but that's all the vast majority of people are going to need.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the supercharger network there that allows you to, yes, you're going to tow, you're going to put some load on it, you're going to lose some range. That happens with any car, by the way. You're just going to have to stop and charge a little more often.
I would say that you're right on it. If you want to use it as a work truck, it's a work truck. If you want to use it as a horse hauler, not maybe the best solution. You probably want a diesel with 2 tanks.
Right.
But even that is a very special truck. That is a very unusual truck. My brother has an F-150 that he would use to tow his trailer full of motorbikes over to from Washington to Idaho. And copyright. So range, is it a problem?
In this?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And we were talking about towing. We were saying not the right tool for towing.
Yeah. No, I would. If this had more range, the best tool for towing.
But it doesn't have the more range. It has.
It doesn't have enough range for towing.
Yeah. But for a work truck, would it be a good work truck?
Heck yes. As a matter of fact, there's a number of people who are sharing their experience with their work truck. A couple of farmers specifically who do a lot of welding on the spot, taking care of heavy equipment that use Cybertruck to do it.
And their website's farmersonly.com.
It's an OF channel. I don't know if I'm allowed to share that right here. I'm not sure.
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, and we were saying that one of the first things we talked about was hitch weakness. Hitch weakness. Are the hitches weak?
Oh no.
No.
You just had to say it, didn't you?
I had to. Well, because people,
Yeah.
it's an issue that people are raising.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate issue that people are raising. So here's the thing. If you design something to perform at a certain level, what's the multiple? If 9x stronger than that requirement is met, is that not enough? If that's not enough, you tell me what's enough. Because in my opinion, I would think 9x is more than, given the standard is 5x for testing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually almost double what the standard is.
And you don't want something that's infinitely strong, because infinitely strong is infinitely heavy and expensive.
And expensive. Yeah. So everything is designed to fail. Otherwise, you'd have unlimited budget.
Well, my parents always told me that I was designed to fail, but they meant in the piñata sense, or, you know, the rules are meant to be broken kind of sense.
I think everybody knows exactly what your parents meant.
Justin, the panels are flying off. Both of you, I want to hear the truth. The panels are flying off. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, and I think I'm like lucky. I have a early VIN. This is 5,000 roughly, and I think it was 3,500 trucks when we found out right after I got mine that the accelerator pedal, right?
Right.
So one of the first 3,000 trucks, I've had 0 issues. So either this is 1 in a million, or most people don't have issues.
Sorry, I told Simon I wanted to be front and center. He told me to go in this direction, so I think we should be together because the trucks look kind of the same.
Oh, good plan.
Heard
Good
it from the
plan.
man.
Well, you can get the hell out of here, mister.
Catch you later.
He keeps.
It's great chatting with you.
Yeah. We have some fun. So yeah, the glue. First of all, is it body panels that are falling off?
No.
It is trim, right?
Trim. Body trim.
It is.
Specifically, it's this piece.
It is this piece right here.
And it's held on with some glue.
Yeah. We're talking about, it's not body panels coming loose, it's a trim piece. And by the way, do you know how much glue is in the average car? 26 pounds.
Wow.
Industry average. Yeah, it's an adhesive. We're making cars, people. Anyway, beautiful wrap, beautiful wrap.
Love it. Love the
Yeah.
metallic.
And of course, you got the screen matching. Oh, so nice. So nice. Very
And
cool.
a dash, too.
It's, yeah, love it. Looks
hot.
great. All right, so the glue. Now, we should talk about, and at some point we'll have to end this video because this is, I don't even know where the rails are at this point. But
We
been
left the rails a long
a
time
long
ago.
time ago. We
Probably
are
when Justin pulled up.
probably 5 cameos into this. Price for value.
You know, it's now that we're off the Foundation series, I think we're kind of in that pocket again. There's a lot of pickup trucks. You could buy a loaded Ford F-150 for 80, 90 grand.
Oh,
So,
100 plus, sure.
and so it's right there, I think, in that competitive range. Is it still, I mean, you can also buy a Ford F-150 pretty cheap if you want to get just a down and dirty basic car. That's where I think, you know, we're not quite there yet with the Tesla Cybertruck, but, you know, it's coming.
And I think it's an unfair comparison. You'll see people will say, do you know, I can get a car that's better than a Tesla. Why wouldn't I? And I go, which car? And they go, the Taycan can beat a Model 3 on a number of fronts.
At what price?
That's 3 times the car.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so if budget is no object, you can do just fine. So you have to keep that in mind. There are base trucks you can get for under 50,000.
Right.
Have you had a chance to drive any of those? Because I have. You
They're
can rent them at Home Depot.
Yeah, they're underpowered. They're terrible. They got a horrible ride.
They've got hand crank door windows.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
still a thing.
breathtakingly primitive, not good drivers, not powerful, and people are like, well, but it still looks
Still looks like a truck. Yeah.
right. This has rear steering. This has all kinds of power.
The steer-by-wire, the 48-volt architecture, the 124 kilowatt-hour battery. It's got a frunk where most own. It's got a bed that is just as big, if not bigger, than a lot of traditional trucks. It's got onboard power, 240-volt power. You can power your welders, your grinders, whatever, right on the job site, and you don't have to worry about finding additional type of outlets. And it's got a ride that is superior to just about any Tesla that's ever been made as far as comfort and quality. You talk to any Cybertruck owner and they tell you the Cybertruck is the best, smoothest, quietest road ride on the planet for any Tesla.
And the Ford Lightning was the best truck I had ever driven. This doesn't drive like a truck. The Ford Lightning drives like a fantastic truck. This drives like a medium-sized car.
Absolutely.
And it's very nimble. And to the people who say it's too ugly, I'll never buy one.
Don't buy one.
Don't buy one. You are not required. Good news. It is not mandatory.
No one is forcing these down your throat.
Unlike the comments on this video, not mandatory. Those are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what about people who say, I'm not going to support that company?
Buy something else.
Buy something else. I have had very harsh words from Mary Barra of GM. I've never thought to flip off someone in a Chevy.
No.
Never occurred to me. Someone comes up in a Corvette, I don't go, Mary Barra. I could, it would be hilarious, but I don't think they would get the joke. Who cares?
What?
Who cares? She didn't actually assemble the truck. I don't know if that's common knowledge or if we're breaking that here. If we're breaking that here,
Breaking news.
you know,
Yeah,
you guys
sorry.
gotta know. So in the comments, which are of course mandatory, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Leave it, I beg of you. I beg of you. And if you've got other points of contention that we should address, we can do that. Just gotta let us know. And everybody else, head over to Jim's channel. I will link his YouTube. I will link his X account. And it is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended you check him out.
No, it's mandatory.
He says it's mandatory, and I think
I
that's
am
binding.
forcing that down your throat.
I think
Please.
it's binding.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
everybody else, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Stay juicy. I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots, I suppose, in the comments.